What is going on, everybody? It is Victoria and Ian here from RadioActive, and today we are joined by the founder of Curst Kosmetics, Mariel Pabst. How are you doing today?
Good. How's everyone doing today?
We are doing fantastic. I am very excited for this interview, but I will say in advance, I know like squat about makeup, so I apologize for my no knowledge about it.
Same here. I don't know jack about makeup.
I'll educate.
Yes, please. That's what we were hoping for. I've just been loving all like the makeup collaborations that you guys have been doing, with Black Veil and Motionless and White and Dark Divine, which we will get to talking about in a little bit. But first, we just want to start off by talking about like how you got the idea of creating your own makeup company and where you got the name from.
So, I'm a ghost hunter, and I used to have a show called Ghost Vlogs, and we had a Amazon. So we did a lot of ghost hunting around the country. It was really fun. And then we would do a lot of night vision, and a lot of our fans would be like, "Where did you get your lashes from?" or "Where's your lipstick from?" and blah 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 blah. So I was like, that's the moment where I said I should start my own brand, but I was kidding because I was like, that would never happen, right? And then after I said that, it kind of just always stuck with me. And I was having issues with doing overnight investigations, like going down in the, crawl spaces and the scariest places, cemeteries, whatever. And my lipstick, if I didn't reapply it, it would look so gross on night vision, and like it just looks separated because I'm literally on film for, I don't know, I'll get there maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning and leave at 5 a.m. So it's like a whole entire day, almost 24 hours. So like that was what also kind of inspired it was to solve a, problem that I was having, and I was finding or making like the best lipstick that I can that will last a long time. So that's kind of how Curst came in. We were originally called Coven, but I think Curst fits us a lot better.
Yeah, I like the name. It's super cool. And like, I know you were just on Ruth and Nicole's show, BVB Army Heart Starts. We're good friends with them. And I'd watched that episode, and they were talking about how the K in the cosmetics is super cool. And I have to agree, I really like that. It just kind of stands out and it's a bit different.
It's just, it helps. I feel like it also helps finding us too. So in the middle of the abyss of makeup brands.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on. I don't know anything about makeup. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're gonna learn a little brand a little bit. So, today there's always a first day.
Ian,
The super tight.
I was just gonna say, you will learn how to do like good Black Veil Brides war paint one of these days. And
one of these
today
days
is the starting point for that. You will get educated on how to do it.
Your first time doing makeup, if you ever did like anything for a concert, it's probably gonna look so good because it's something about you guys that like you can just put like a lipstick and it turns out way better than how I spent an hour trying to do it. So I'm just saying, or when you put the eyeliner on, it probably looks really much better because it had no effort into it. And it's just like, if you like the perfect like smoky or whatever eyeliner you're trying to do. And I always tell that to everybody that they're doing it the first time. It's like, well, sometimes it just turns out way better and cooler when you're doing it for the first time versus me trying to do makeup for like 2 hours.
I mean, I've done makeup before. Like, well, I didn't do it, but I went to like Fan Expo in St. Louis, and this girl that I went with did my makeup. I was a Joker, and that was probably the coolest makeup I've ever done. But I didn't do it. I can't do that shit to save my life. Although Lonnie Eagleton's war paint is fairly easy. It's just you go to your ear, you go down here, go to this ear, go down here, go to your nose, go down here, nose down here. So like 2 X's, right?
Okay.
And
that's it.
My issue with Lonnie's paint is like he has a very like long and narrow face. So when I try to do it, I have to modify it a little bit because I got more of a round face. So it's tricky. Like
I feel you.
With Andy's like when he did like the Wretch and Divine, there's just a line. It's like, boom, that's easy. See, you can do that. That's super easy. Just right across the face.
My he's been doing is like that cross down, but like it's like it goes like really down, and I like that. It's not just like right here. It's just
yeah, it's not like really small.
Yeah, so I've been digging that one like for the 2024 version for Andy 2023. I mean, 2024 is more like blood splatter and looking ghostly with like Sweeney Todd hair. But last year, that's kind of what I noticed that his look was more of like the cross and like clean.
So you're a ghost hunter, right? I'm gonna kind of throw a little curveball here. What's the scariest place? Like, where is the scariest spot you've ever gone? And tell me about a time where you just felt like you had eyes all over you.
So, it's actually here in Utah. There's a place called the Asylum 49. It used to be a old folk home, like what do they call those? I keep forgetting. Where where the elderly go. A nursing. That's the word. It used to be a nursing home, and then they sold half the property to somebody, and they turned that portion into a haunted house, while the other side was an active nursing home. And then next door to it, there's a whole cemetery, like with bodies and stuff. And so that was an operating hospital since like I think the 60s or something like that, or maybe like 30s to the 60s. And then they really shut everything down and he converted the whole place into like a haunted place. But anyways, I was able to investigate that place while it was still an active nursing home on the other side. It was featured on Ghost Adventures and like other shows. Basically, what they call the place when it was an active nursing home was just basically a ghost factory because like the elder would pass away and then they stay there, I guess. But anyways, that was probably the scariest place just because when we went and ghost hunted, I was feeling really weird and it's all caught on camera. Where I'm like, okay, well, I know you're here in the count of 1, 2, 3. I need you to make a noise. So then I'm like 1, 2, and then a freaking brick or rock or something got through all the way across our way, and we all freaking jumped and like said bad words and freaked out. So that one's probably like the most scariest just because everything was on cue and there's like an object that actually got thrown really loudly right on cue. So I don't know. I'd say that one was my scariest. The whole thing was just really weird. I kept seeing weird things and hearing weird things and capturing on our recorders and our stuff. Like I'd say there is a room that they called the X-ray room. I would be like, I need to get my eye checked, and then it like catch your like a laugh and like just talking gibberish and on stuff on camera when you're by yourself. It's like really weird, but you don't hear it. But then when you play it back, you're like, where did this come from? So that one is definitely the scariest just because of like the whole feel, and it has all the mannequins from the haunted attraction, and it has like weird things coming out of the ceilings, just for looks for the haunted house. But yeah, if you're gonna ever go there and ghost hunt, I recommend going with like a group and not by yourself because there's some crazy stuff there. So yeah, Asylum 49, Tooele, Utah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I hear cemeteries are really popular places. People are dying to get in.
I know. I mean, one day it comes to everybody, whether they like it or not. Oh my gosh.
It just got super
All right.
so fast.
Do you want to ask the next question, Victoria? Since I
Oh,
kind of
sure, why not? Okay,
derail a little bit.
what everyone wants to know is you guys have done like quite a few makeup collaborations. Lately you did the Motionless and White one, which was like last year. Was that last year or was it longer than that?
Last year. It's almost been a year.
Yeah, so that one was last year. You recently did one with Black Veil Brides, and the most recent one was Dark Divine. Can you just tell us about like how each collaboration came about?
So it's funny because I started 5 years ago. I'm gonna be turning 6 in January, so we're getting close to our birthday again. Um, so it wasn't until like the third year kind of when the hype of Curse started happening. And we kind of had like this niche of people that all of them, I attracted everyone that liked a certain sound of music and then liked a certain band. So it started with everyone like buying my lipstick to use at concerts. So they would be tagging Curse and like Motionless in White for, because they're taking pictures and they're at the concert, or they'll be taking, any concert really, like even, Black Veil Brides and everything. So it just kind of naturally happened to where like the band was like, oh, hey, um, and so it kind of started, and that's with Motionless in White. And that's kind of when it started because I already did some previous collaboration with like Boku wa Hide, and I did like more on the smaller scale. My first band, however, was with Vampires Everywhere. So then when Motionless in White reached out to me to do a whole collab, you trust me, I was on the stairs and everywhere jumping believe my message book kind of where it started, and everything kind of just started falling into place with everything. I had with Black Veil Brides, how that one happened was I was on Twitter. Well, now it's X. So I was on X, and we had a lot of people tag us for Black Veil Brides. So I was like, oh, I'll shoot my shot. So I sent a tweet out and I said, hey, Black Veil Brides, Andy, it looks like people want our collab, or something along those lines, and then they responded the next day, and then we made that happen. But yeah, it's been pretty fun, and the whole like internet is crazy, and how it puts people in touch and how things work out like that.
That's awesome. And that kind of ties into our next question that we have here for you too. So, who is a dream collaboration? Like, if you could pick anybody, who would it be and why? And we can even kind of kick this up a notch. Doesn't even have to necessarily be a band that we like. It could be an actor, actress. It could be a fashion model. It could be somebody in the clothing industry, right? Who would it be and why?
Well, I'm gonna do 4 options if that's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
People that I want to collaborate. First one being 30 Seconds to Mars with Jared Leto. That one was like my favorite one. Been a fan since I was in high school, and like just he's just been playing with these blue colors and playing with colors recently that I've just been like, I just want to make your palette. I want to make your own palette. So one day, hopefully, he'll notice us because I've sent some messages. If there's any managers here, just kidding. And then the other one is AFI. I will die. I will die. I will die. That's my reaction for that one, because I just have this whole vision of what I want to do for a collection for AFI, like Miss Murder and all that stuff. Oh, it turned out so good. My third one is Ice Nine Kills. Ice Nine Kills would be another dream. Like, and then my fourth one is an influencer that I follow for a long time. It would be Naked Tutorial. She's not very like metal and rock and roll, but she's very good at makeup. She's very good at doing a lot of things, and I think it would be cool to do something with her. But yeah, those are my top four.
I think one of my friends were talking the other day about how you guys should do a collaboration with Ice Nine Kills, and we were like brainstorming. We're like, oh, and then they could do this, and what if they did this? And then we were talking about like the packaging and just like the display of it, because Dark Divines is like that like circus tent. We were like, it'd be so cool if Ice Nine Kills had like a movie reel, like the big tin thing.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'd be
It would
tight.
and it's crazy because like it makes me feel kind of good because I've kind of thought the same thing. When the girls from Black Veil Brides, Ruth, and all of them were like, made a whole video. They went through my whole life, basically, what they could find clues when I posted with Andy. They went deep dive in it. They already told what this collection's gonna look like, what's happening. They didn't, little did they know that it's actually happening. And like they got 80% of the product right and what it was gonna look like and what we were doing and what they would like to see, which was so crazy to me. So like it's to hear like everyone else's like feedback and be like, little do you know. I mean, we're not working with we don't have anything with Ice Nine Kills, but I do have like a whole thing sketched out already. Just in case my opportunity comes. I'm ready. I am freaking ready.
Good.
You wanna give us a little teaser there?
A little teaser. Oh, I wish. I wish I could do all that. Trust me.
No, I hope that happens. Oh, that'd be so cool. The Dark Divine
Oh,
one is
that'd be
actually
awesome.
like it's super sick. I went
Everything you do is like they are involved 100%. So that whole design is what Anthony wanted, and he got to choose the colors and the formulas and what he wanted. So I thought it turned out pretty good, and he did a good job.
yeah, it's super cool. I went to go pre-order it the other day and my credit card was like, nah. You don't- So
Today,
I paid off my card, so maybe tonight I'll go and try pre-order it again.
yeah, just you'll love it. It's a very fun pan, and when I create my product, I don't look at anything as a licensing thing. I don't like that. I prefer to have like a relationship with like the face of the band or the brand or the or like an influencer or whatever, because it is very important to give your fans your essence, a little bit of piece of you. And if I can't work and have that, then I can't make it for you because it's just not going to be honest and it's going to be something that was put together, like I'd rather have that relationship and work with one of the members and make sure that it is everything that they wanted and everything that the fans want. So then when it's out and finally revealed, like people are excited, they get it, they know that they get a piece of, Chris or Anthony or Andy, you know what I mean? So it's something that's super special for me to have is that, collaboration, but that one-on-one versus like, I'll just pay a licensing fee, just make my own thing.
If I may, I want to kind of make a comment and piggyback off of what you said about staying true to you and staying true to that little essence of you when you are putting your product out, because I feel that the same could be said about the bands that we like Black Veil Brides, Motionless in White, Ice Nine Kills, Bear 2. Sorry, there is a mosquito or something in my like basement and it's driving me fucking crazy. I'm so sorry. Anyway, um, but I mean, you take a band like Black Veil Brides, right? You take a band like Motionless in White. They stay true to them, and you can see the progress as years go by. And sometimes I'm not going to name other bands, but we all know who they are. Other bands kind of go a different direction with some of their newer content versus their older content. And while they're staying true to, okay, you know, we don't necessarily care what the fans want. We want to put out what we want to put out. And I find that on both hands, both aspects are important. It's important to kind of be like, oh, what's working, what's not working, but it's also important to be like, hey, you know, I want to add a piece of me too, right? So I think that that's a very solid point.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very important for me. I give quality. I don't want to give somebody something that, they're paying a lot for. I mean, okay, so let's go to the prices now that I said that. I try really hard to keep my prices as low as I can, right? That will keep my light bills on, pay my employees, and all the hard work to be where we need to be, to keep growing. But I will never ever charge $300 for a whole collection because it has a name on it. Like with the Black Veil Brides collection, like they could buy. I make sure you can buy it like separately, with price ranges. But they had a big collection, and that collection is like this big. I'm not lying. Like the whole box. Like if you get it, it's gonna be almost as big as your poster, your pink poster back behind you. It's almost as big as that. That the other one. Yeah,
No
that one.
shit.
Almost as big as that. So what I'm giving you is like the palette, the Black Veil Brides palette is leather on the front. Obviously it's pleather, not real leather, but it's, pleather. And then it has like stainless steel studs like they wear in their jackets. And then the mirror is the Morning Star. And then we customized the pants to be the drip pants because this was the Bleeders collection. And the whole palette feels velvety, like very nice and soft versus plastic or anything. So there's a lot of materials that are used in my products that are expensive, but I know every business is about profit, but at the same time, I'm more about like, let's give this to everybody that, because we have a lot of international people too. So I try really hard to put it in a budget where like, yeah, we can still keep the lights on and everybody gets a little like payment because this supports Black Veil Brides too and helps them. But then like it's also affordable for everyone, even if you're like in I don't know, South America or in Europe or anything, it helps keeping it like the right price. And I always feel good about that. I don't like making things expensive for no reason.
Well, I like how you guys do separate like the items in the collection because for me, like you said, it is a great price. Like I think Canadian, I'm up in Canada. The Canadian price I think for the whole thing was like $200, I want to say. So like still really good, but like for me, like I pay other stuff. So I just bought the palette, but I was happy that I was able to get my hands on like something at least.
Exactly. So we just offered the three main stars palette, the lip kit, and then what was the other one? Oh, the lip oil. And then get bonuses if you get the selection. But I just wanted to give people their options. But yeah, speaking of the collection, it's ships today to the warehouse. So when it finally gets here, we will start the shipping process and everybody will get their product.
Fantastic. I'm so excited to get mine. I'm
I
very
know
excited.
everybody to get. I can't wait to start like, packing orders and just like ship it. It just makes me so happy when I see all the boxes and stuff and oh, this one's from Canada. This one's from China. This one's from Argentina. I've never seen this country before. Through the label. Every time we see like one that's really far, we'll just do the cowbell that we have there, just ring it. Keep it, you know.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm really excited. I joined your guys' affiliate program, so I've been waiting to get some Curse products so I can actually start like promoting it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, our affiliate program is super fun. We do our best to help everybody like know when like we have sales and stuff because that's the best time to be an affiliate is when we do the sales because then the referring and comes from that. So you guys I pay my affiliates for referring our brand. But it's also a really nice community. I love a lot of people. I got to know a lot of people. I recognize a lot of people. Um, Having this affiliate group Facebook that we do called the Mavens, and it's really fun to get to see like the everyone's life. Like not just like oh I'm doing makeup, but you get to meet them as a person. Like kind of see who they are. It's really fun. I enjoy it. It's probably my favorite part of the whole thing.
so
Yes.
for people who are interested in starting to do some makeup, whether it's just some basic makeup looks or some like really cool stuff, like maybe like Black Veil Bride's War Paint or something that Robbie from Dark Divine does, like the skeleton stuff. What advice would you give to them on like where to start?
Honestly, I well, it depends because if you're looking for a type of vibe, let's say, you want kind of like a dark divine vibe, right? Anthony is not a professional makeup person, and he's told me, but it's just my advice is just go and do it and start and practice. You know, there's no right way or wrong way to do makeup. Makeup is about like the freedom of expression, and it can look however you want. There's no right way or wrong way. But if you want to be like professional for like film, um, you know, like modeling and stuff, then there are certain ways to do makeup for like photography, you know, when they do photos, that makeup artist needs to know what will work, flash, you know, and then you know, if you're going to do a movie, like somebody's going to be like, okay, we need a professional person that knows how to make guts look real, you know. So there's parts of expertise, but man, YouTube is your best friend. So if you want to learn that professional stuff and be like perfect at it, YouTube.
All righty, Mariel, got a little game here for you. You excited? It's really easy. It's really easy. Really, really fun. Um, Nothing like insane. It's called this or that. And basically, what we're just going to do is Victoria and I are going to rotate.
Oh, are we?
Um,
Okay. I thought you were just firing all these off. Okay.
no, I want to keep
Okay.
it fair.
Yep.
I want to do the rotation. I like when we do
I'm
the
good. I'm good. You
rotation.
just caught me off guard. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm good.
Okay, all righty. Here we go. This or that. Moshing or crowd surfing.
Crowd surfing. I did my first crowd surfing. It was freaking fun.
Who'd you go see?
It was the used.
Ooh.
I told some stranger, hey, I am 35 and I never crowd surf. Can you lift me up? I feel ready to go. And they all lifted me up and like did it. And I was like, what? You know, enjoying my like, damn, I'm 35 and never did that. It's time to, you know, get that bucket list.
I want to make a comment. Okay, really quick. So earlier in the interview, you had made a comment. You said, "I'm turning 6," and I go, "Wait,
Oh,
what?" And then I thought about it. I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute. She means her product."
yeah,
I'm like, "Wait a minute."
weird.
Okay. Next one. This one's pertaining to merch. So this or that. Long sleeve shirts or hoodies.
Hoodies. I love hoodies. Like I will have my gold even if that thing on. But I feel like a goblin or something every time I put a hoodie because I'm like, you know, like, what do you want? You know, it's
Like
like
a little Ewok.
I was gonna say like that Kermit the Frog meme. I don't know if you know that one, but that gets put up.
yeah, it's definitely so many hoodies and it's so hot outside, but I only use it inside my house. Like a little comfort blanket with like favorite bands.
Small concerts or arena show.
Oh, small concert. I like those like dive bar ones. It's like way more fun. Like who wants to go in an arena and have a seat behind them the whole time?
Fair
You
point.
know,
There it is.
I like Horns coming here and they're doing an arena and it's like our arena here is like all seats and you can't go down there, you know. So you know, unless they make like a spot for that, but it's not as fun as like going to a corn concert and it's like an outdoor festival. That's way better than going into an arena, like in. Okay, there's my answer.
I like the medium sized shows, like not like tiny. I guess small shows are like good, but arena shows, yeah, I'm not a big fan of. But I think the last time I went and saw Black Veil Brides, the venue I think holds, I want to say it's like 1,500 people, so it's like it's not crazy, but
I like those ones.
yeah.
But when we're 5,000 plus arenas and like yeah, you can't see them and you have this big thing kind of in the way, that's kind of bothersome so for me because I like I could just watch this from my couch.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, I don't like arena shows either. I like kind of the same thing that you guys are both going for here.
I've only been to a select few arena shows, like not a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, I went on Disney on Ice. That was fun. That was in an arena. Like that kind of stuff I'm cool to go watch.
You went to Disney on Ice?
Who was there?
It was Elsa, and then Moana, and then Cusco.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I saw one
It's kind
with
of a,
I saw one with Lightning McQueen, and I almost died. I was like, I need this in my life.
So cool. But yeah, so like for like they came to Salt Lake and they had the whole arena, and that was okay. I liked watching that like for a big show. That was a good one.
All right. Next one here. This or that. This is with Dark Divine songs. The Reaper or Burn the Witch.
Oh, I'm gonna say Burn the Witch because I've been listening to it every day. I just been playing, and I'm like, "What's your play?" You know. But every time I really like how they put that song together. It's really good. I really like that song.
Their new song's really good too. Digital Numb. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, they are very good. Like I can see Dark Divine being like a Motionless in White
Oh, yeah.
status.
Mm-hmm.
Like for
yep,
give them
100%.
like 2, maybe 3 years more, and then they'll be at probably that level or sooner. I don't see why they wouldn't get to that level that fast, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I tell Anthony, you're gonna be that. Don't forget me, okay?
Yeah. We got Anthony locked in on the podcast. We've agreed with him already. He has come on once every season. So like he has to keep that promise in 5 years.
Awesome. He's a good guy. Very good. He's so sweet too. He's such a nice,
Yes.
like, very like his energy is just so sweet, like you know, like soft and just like, you just feel good around him. Such a good person. But then when he gets on stage, you're like, where is that coming from?
No. It's crazy.
Ooh, okay. And this is a horror movie portion. Are you ready? If you had to pick between the two, you have to survive from dusk until dawn. Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies, or Pennywise the Dancing Clown from the 2017-2019 movies?
Well, since I probably Pennywise, because I feel like there's loopholes with Pennywise versus the other guy. Like I could probably figure him out like those kids did and like get rid of him versus the other one.
This is true. This is true. And Art the Clown, one of the most brutal death scenes I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Yeah.
He hangs somebody by their feet and saws them in
Okay, okay,
half.
whoa. No, because we
Oh.
talked about this when that movie came out. That was the first year you joined this podcast, Ian, and I was
Yeah.
done. I was like, done. No, we're not talking about this. I was terrified. I've not seen that movie. I seen a preview that Ian, when we talked about that, you had that clown in my mind for months, and I couldn't sleep. I was so scared.
Would you say
They
you were terrified?
and they had some stuff like that, but in real person, it was just whoa. I couldn't look at it. I was like, I can't look at it.
Oh,
So yeah.
let me tell you, I love Motionless, Dark Divine, Ice Nine. Like, I love Ice Nine doing all this horror movie stuff. Never catch me coming out of a horror movie. Never. Like, I'm not into the Halloween thing.
Like me. I like ghost hunting. You can put me in the scariest basement ever and shut the light, leave me there by myself. But I cannot go to the movie theaters and go watch like The Conjuring or some stupid movie like that because they make you scared on purpose and they make you jump and stuff. Like I can't handle that. Like you know, I just talk to ghosts myself, but like I'm like hello anyone out there, but it's not suspenseful like with all this music and weird stuff jumping out on the screen in front of you. So yeah, I'd rather do ghost hunting.
I rather do neither. Okay. This or that. Early bird or night owl?
Actually, I used to be a night owl, but I'm starting to be more of an early bird. Trying to change things around a little bit. I used to be all for the night owl, sleeping, but as I get older, I'm like, maybe I should switch it around. and enjoy my day more and go to bed earlier and everything. So I have been getting up at like 5 in the morning. I've been trying to a lot better, go to the gym in the morning and get back home and then make breakfast for the kids and get everything ready and then head out to work. And then it just makes my day so much better.
Mhm.
It literally changed it a lot. Like my attitude's more positive. I feel good. I feel energized. And then by the time it's time to get home, I don't even feel tired. So I'd say morning because it's been working out for me now.
You have children. How many?
4. Yep, I have a teenager. He is 14, and then the other one's 13, and then 10 and 5. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot. A lot of people are always like, "You have kids?" I'm like, "Yeah." I started really early. I used to be really religious when I was younger, just because I grew up Mormon, hence the Utah thing. I got married when I was 19, and then started popping out kids. And then obviously that relationship didn't last or work very well. So then I had 3 kids with him, and then I've been with my boyfriend now for 8 years. We have a little girl. We're a blended family.
Nice.
Right on. That's awesome. It's a very positive way to kind of end the podcast. Very
It is.
positive light.
Yeah, like right now, like seriously, like I've been the happiest I've ever been the last 8 years. It's very cool when you find the right person for your life, one that cheers you on, that sees your vision and helps you with that. And if you have kids, bonus mom or bonus dad is always fun to have. And yeah. So I owe a lot of my success to Justin, which is my fiance now. And he literally, if it wasn't for him, Curse wouldn't be where it is today, to be honest. So a lot of kudos for him.
All right, awesome. Well, I think that concludes our interview for today. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Are we
Yes.
gonna wave?
Yeah,
Are
we
we
can
gonna wave?
wave. Why not?
Are we waving?
Yes, we gotta do the jazz hands like Anthony did. Jazz hands.
Yes, hands.